All right, guys, let me know if you can see the screen, you can hear me as well. Yeah, we can get started. Boyd is here. Dennis is here. And I can't see how many people are here. But anyway, just let me know that you can see the screen, you can hear me okay. Put a 1 in the chat, please. Great, okay. Derek is here, JR is here. Tunes and Tales for Little Ones is here. Okay, right. I'm going to try and keep this short for 2 reasons, because it doesn't need to be overcomplicated, because it's a very, very simple system. And it's kind of late here for me as well, so I don't want to lose my energy halfway through if I have a sort of bright start with the presentation. So what I've done is I've prepared some things to make it quicker and easier for both me and for you as well. Okay, at the end of this, I'm going to give you a custom GPT that will write these email sequences for you. Okay, but there's some nuances to that you need to be aware of, and I'll cover that as we go through it as well. Okay, and plus we're going to build a custom GPT as well while we're on this call. Okay, so in the last session, we covered the advantages of using viral content pilot for email list building. I putting together some blog posts and things that we can put all of these sessions in one place. I'm just not sure which website I'm going to put it in yet. Probably they will go in by tomorrow, and that way you know where to go and find any replays and stuff like that as well. Okay, so in this session, we're going to cover the autoresponder sequence that's needed to cement credibility and build the know, like, and trust factor. Okay, so this is really important, and I kind of stumbled upon this strategy while I was preparing for a course that we did maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly how long. It was called Rapid Affiliate. It was a course that was it was sold as a package in conjunction with Lead Blaster. And what we were doing in that course mainly was Google ads to apps. We were doing app install ads and getting some crazy results. And it was a lot of people who were installing the app for not a lot of money. But what I discovered pretty quickly was that a lot of the leads that you get from those kind of campaigns, they really need to be filtered. Okay, and so I came up with this system. And this system was basically to build in know, like, and trust, and kind of cement that authority, if you like. And when I did that, then I was able to go and filter the people who were genuinely interested. And those were good opportunities for kind of nurturing a little bit more. And this just set everything apart. But what I noticed was when I did get to the 4th email in the sequence, we were making sales. Okay, so the way it was put together was really kind of just spur of the moment kind of thing, but it worked out pretty well. Okay, so that's what we're going to cover today. So anyway, when you get this email sequence, especially if you're using AI, at that time when we were doing this, when I created this system, we were not using AI. Everything was manual. In fact, I used to have templates to be able to do this. Having a custom GPT is much better than having a template where you've got to fill in the blanks. But you've got to bear in mind that although AI can be very, very good at copywriting, you've got 3 choices. And this is really important because it's the first impressions that you are making on people. Okay, so you've got a choice of having the emails written in your own preferred style and tone, which is what I do. Okay, or you can manually edit them or use them as they are. Okay, sometimes it comes out okay, and you think, I kind of like that. But if you feed the AI a sample of copywriting, whether it's your own copywriting or maybe somebody who is very good at copywriting that you kind of like the style and the tone, then you can, you know, just put a sample there, and often it will come out quite good. Okay. ChatGPT is pretty good. ChatGPT 4.0. I prefer using Claude. If I got these email swipes, I would take them out, I would put them into Claude, and I would put the sample copywriting, so they're being rewritten. It's an extra step, but it's not even hard. It's just an extra 2 minutes work, isn't it? Just point and click, copy and paste, that kind of stuff. Okay, so personally, that's what I would do. Get ChatGPT to write it, copy and paste it into Claude with the sample copywriting. Use Claude Sonnet 3.5, and it's pretty good. It's really good. We do a lot of our stuff from there. We get a lot of copy from using Claude 3.5. Okay. So anyway, everything starts with first impressions. Okay. First impressions of people who are coming into your sort of orbit for the first time. So you want to make a good, strong impression. And the good news is you've got complete control. Okay. You've got absolute control at this point. And by doing this system, you're going to hit the ground running. It's really easy to do. Even if you're not using a GPT, it's very, very easy to do. Okay. First thing is you're going to do is you're going to provide a case study. Okay. The first 2 emails are providing a case study. And that case study does not have to be on. Okay. If you have set up your social listening system, you've probably come across already multiple case studies. If you haven't, then go and search on Twitter, go and search on YouTube, case study, and your particular niche or whatever industry, vertical, whatever you want to call it, that you're in. Okay. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Okay. There's always, you know, proof. There's always case studies. There's always testimonials, etc., etc. So it fits just about every market. I can't think of any market where it doesn't fit. So that's what you want to go and look for if you don't have your own case study. Okay, so it doesn't have to be on. Like I showed the Twitter guy the other day. If I got him here somewhere, I've kept him here just to go and check him out later, and I forgot all about him because I only use this computer when I'm doing the videos. I've got another computer that I use when I'm not. And I forgot all about this guy, but when I was setting up, I was wondering how this guy's getting on with this campaign. I mean, that is a good case study to use, and it's so easy to find these with that social listening system, okay? So you're always going to find opportunities for that kind of thing, and you just have to break it down. In fact, you don't even need to break it down. You can get AI to break it down. Just give it a few bullet points of what you want, and it will do that for you, okay? It will break it down, then you can use that for the custom GPT, okay? Very quick, very easy to do. Okay, so what you want to do, what I sort of discovered was that if you tease the results in the second email, or at the end of the first email, you're telling them the second email, you're going to prove to them the results. Okay, you'll find a very, very high open rate, and that just works like gangbusters every time I've used it. Now, I think the first time I did this, it was for to show some rankings. I used to have a system called the rank attack system that was using CTR clicks from search engines mixed with some other bits and pieces. And I showed them how to set it up with one of my softwares. And basically, I told them when we come back in the next email, then I'm going to show you proof of results. So the open rates were very, very high. And that is basically just an easy way to sort of cement your authority, show them that you know what you're talking about, even if it's not your own case study, because you're presenting it to them in a way that's helpful information to them, okay? So if you've got the mindset that you are helping them, it's going to help you to not feel awkward about it, and also to be able to deliver something that's actually quite good and quite useful for them, okay? So say, for example, I wanted to do a case study, and my case study was how to get 10,000 views to every video at 1 cent per view. Okay, this is real stuff. We do it quite a lot. Okay, that's not just made up from the top of my head. We've done this a lot of times. In fact, I've done it for a third of a cent, and quite often. And Stephanie did something similar just a few weeks ago. She was trying out after watching one of my tutorials, and she managed to do it as well. So this is nothing unusual, but if you got some useful piece of content like this or case study like this, then people are genuinely interested. Okay, they want to know, okay, every time I put a video on YouTube, I can get 10,000 views if I choose, for 1 cent each. Okay, often it will come up much less. So you show them how to set it up. You can even give them a checklist afterwards, at the end of that email. Okay, so you're just stacking the value, and then show them the results in the next email. Okay, it's really simple. And ideally, you will start this the day before that your first email is going to go out, when you're first going to drive traffic, where you're going to start your list building, whether you're running ads or whatever else. You want to give yourself at least sort of 48 hours before you can expect to be able to show some results of any significance. You're talking about like a few thousand views you want to have at least. Okay, you're going to run your ads very quickly in that kind of situation. So keep that in mind, whatever the case study is. If you're doing that case study yourself, to give yourself time to be able to get the results, even from the first time. After that, it's okay, because everything is automated. People are coming into your email list afterwards, and it's just there set up waiting for them. But the first time, just make sure that you have got it, and otherwise people are going to be waiting for you to send them. Okay, so that first 2 emails, that cements the authority. That makes people think, well, this person knows what they're talking about. They gave me helpful information. Okay, now we're going to take this further. Okay, and this time in the 3rd email, we're going to give them a high value giveaway. Okay, the easiest way to do this today, absolute easiest way to do this today, is using a custom GPT. Okay, they're easy to do. I'm going to show you, in case you don't know how to do them. I'm going to show you exactly how to do them and how to automate everything from getting the custom instructions, etc., etc. Okay. So a good example for this, if I was doing this, how to get 10,000 views to every video, if that was my case study, then something to give away would be to give them a custom GPT that writes promotional video scripts. Okay, so what I've done is I've written information that I'm going to put in a custom GPT generator. Okay, so I'm just going to come over into ChatGPT, and I'm going to go down to where it's got explore GPTs. I'll just open this in a new tab in case I need the other one later. Okay, and when you're in here, you can just type in custom instructions and do the search. Okay, that's going to find some GPTs that provide custom instructions. Okay, this one's got 1,000 users. This one's got 25,000 users. This one 10,000. Oh, that's sewing patterns. I don't want that. Okay, I'm going to take this one because it seems to be popular. Okay, and we can click on start the chat. Okay, right. Now I've got something pre-written here. I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it in here, and it's going to write for me the custom instructions. Okay, very quick, very easy, super simple. Okay, I've asked it to write custom instructions for a script writer that does 4 different copywriting frameworks. Okay. So I'm going to click on copy, and then all I need to do is I'll go back to explore GPTs. In fact, I got one open, haven't I? Let's go over there. Explore GPTs, and then I'm going to click up here for create one. All I need to do is put the custom instructions in here. I just copy everything. Okay, I don't try to tidy this up at all. Okay, for the description, I take from where it's designed. Where it says designed to do something, put that into description. Quick and easy. Okay, let's see. Usually it will give you a name for whatever this is going to be. So I'm just going to call this anyway. You got to be careful here. You got to be careful if you use any brand names like Google, like YouTube, etc. So I'm going to put in here video script writer. Okay, you can think of a better name if you want. And for the conversation starters, put get started. Okay, nothing more. And here I just choose everything. Most of the time I will take off the image generation because I'm not going to be using that. Okay, and we can get the AI to create an image. Usually they're not that nice from this particular tool in the custom GPT maker thing. And once that is done, taking a while. Okay, I don't know what they think when they make up these. Okay, so what I want to do is just make sure that it's going to be working. Okay, so I'll click on get started just to see what happens. Okay, so it's going to ask me some questions. Now that I've got that, what I'm going to do is come up here and we're going to click on save anyone with the link. And we got a custom GPT made. That's that simple to make a custom GPT. And this is quite a good one, actually, because I've told it to do 4 copywriting frameworks. And it's supposed to generate the copy, the scripts in all 4 different variations so that you've got a choice. Okay, so what I'm going to do then, I'll click on get started. Now we've got it up and running. Okay. Primary goal of the video, increase email opt-ins, offer details. I'm going to put in here. What can I give it? What was I going to give it? Let me just check. Actually. Okay, get people to join my WhatsApp group. Look, see, this is why I write things out beforehand. It's kind of embarrassing. I need to get a speech to text app. Right, now next, offer details. Okay, anything I'll put in here for now. And call to action, I'll just take from what I've got here. Let's see what happens. Okay, target audience. So I'll just put in here 1, internet marketing enthusiasts. 2, Okay, so just put in here who the target audience is and what's the benefits. Okay, it's going to go and write the script. Let's expand on this. We can see it. Okay, short scripts, short promotional ads, yeah. Okay, so you can see it's done different copywriting frameworks. We got the ADA framework, we got the pain agitate solution, feature advantage benefit, hook, pinpoint, solution. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask it to do a blind copy version as well. Oh, I got that in the wrong place. Let me just go over here. I'm used to doing this on the mobile phone. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we've got the blind copy version. Everything's working fine. So we tested it, it's all good. And we've got now a custom GPT. I'll put it into the chat if anybody wants it. You can use that for short promotional video ads. Now, if you're going to give something like that on day 3, okay, the idea is on day 1 and 2, you've built up some kind of authority. You kind of cemented your authority and you're starting to build a know, like, and trust. The day 3, when you give them something like this, something that's genuinely useful, then they start to, you know, get into the know, like, and trust sort of situation where they are likely to open your emails because you've been good to them so far with useful information. And as long as you're genuine, you've got to be genuine with it as well. Then you're off to a flying start, okay? An absolute flying start. The next stage is really simple. And this is something that surprised me, but I had to test it. And when I tested this the first time, I recommended a product from a guy called Benjamin Fletcher. He had an affiliate marketing product. He was selling it something like $17 or I can't remember how much. It was under $20. And surprisingly, sales were coming in, okay? And that's because we had cemented the authority and built the know, like, and trust. So by the time we, even though it was only on the 4th email, but by the time we had, you know, sent that monetization email, because it was low cost and because I could genuinely verify it and tell people I went through this course 2 times, it made sales. Okay, not a huge amount of sales, but still it made sales. But what we can tell from that then is that the system is working as far as a 4-part autoresponder sequence. Okay, and that's the shortest time really that I could think of to be able to move people from cold leads into buyers. And you've started to filter by that point the people who are genuinely interested, the people you can genuinely help, in other words. Okay, so there's a certain amount of people open the emails and there's a certain amount of people who just won't open the emails. They forget why they even signed up. That happens. And so the quality of the list to begin with is not going to be brilliant. Okay, it's really, really not. If you're doing things with giveaways like this guy was doing here, this Ralph Christian guy here, well, he's going to get a lot of people following him on Twitter who just really wanted to give away. Okay, they ain't going to buy nothing. And so you have to filter them out. You have to filter them out so that you increase your open rates and so that you build your sender reputation, etc. as well when you're sending emails. Okay, otherwise, if you're getting a sort of percentage of open rate that is not that good and it starts to dwindle even more over time, then it's going to mean that you are more likely to go into the spam box instead of the inbox. Okay, so you got to clean your list, you got to nurture, you got to filter. And once you can filter the ones that have opened your emails, then you can have another autoresponder sequence. You can do exactly the same framework that we just did here and do it again. Okay, just do it again. And that way you're doubling down on what you did before. Okay, so something I would offer, for example, here would be TubeWizard. Perfect. People that are interested in YouTube marketing, TubeWizard is good. Okay, because they can get the actionable steps from any how-to videos, any educational kind of videos, etc., etc. It's only $17 with the coupon code. It's a good example of a high-value tool for under $20. And if you guys want to do this exact one, then we can give you a coupon code to offer to people, and that way you can monetize, and you don't have to think too hard how much, what product to go and try and find to sell. Okay, something that you've used before. It really has to be something you've used before. Okay, make them aware. If you're going to use TubeWizard, make them aware that there are upsells. Be upfront. Okay, the first impressions again. You want to be upfront and say to them, look, there's a funnel behind this, but you do not need any of the other tools for this to work the way that I've showed you. Okay, it's better if you can do a little video, sort of showing them how to use it, why it's good. That will help to push the sales. And if you tell them there's a funnel there, there's some good things in the funnel, but you don't need them for this to work. This will work exactly like I showed you. If you don't want to do a video, you can do screenshots, etc. And the more effort you put into this, the more likely you will have to monetize. But it's not really just about the monetization. It's about getting that filtering underway. Okay, the filtering is really, really important. You want to discard of the people who are just came to you for a freebie. They ain't going to buy anything. Okay, an example of that, this guy here. If you remember him, the guy did the Twitter ads that I covered in the last session. Brad Smith. I reached out to him actually, and I wanted to follow what he had in his description. Okay, he had some calls to action to get something, social media, calendar, wherever. And he seems like a good guy, seems like a nice guy. But when I got the information back, he's charging people $500 per month to learn some basic systems. Okay, how to do YouTube ads, how to do Twitter ads. He's obviously got a different target audience from what I've got, so there's not a lot I can do in a crossover with him. But it's interesting to see how other people are doing stuff. And so he's using YouTube to filter through people. And of course, I'm not a good lead for him. I'm a terrible lead for him. There's no way I would spend $500 per month. But there are a whole bunch of people out there that he's targeting, and it must be working for him because he seems to be doing okay with it. Okay, so I said I would give him a shout out because you should follow his channel. Really, he's got some good content. Whether you're a small business who wants to spend $500 a month or not, I don't know. But good guy. He seems genuinely interested in how he's helping people. But different price point, different target audience, etc. I'm a terrible lead for him. I'm not ever going to buy anything there. Okay, and there's a lot of situations like that when you are getting people onto your email list, especially when it's coming from free stuff. Okay, I saw today actually, and I signed up for it just because I was curious. There was a guy offering 500 prompts for using DeepSeek, and it makes me giggle because it's overkill. Okay, it's definitely overkill, but there's a way that you can use that. Whether I can use it, you can use it. Okay, what you can do is you can go and grab those 500 prompts, and you can feed that information into AI, and you can go what I call gold fishing. Okay, you're fishing for gold, and you can tell the AI, tell me what's interesting in here that would interest my audience. Yeah, and my audience is interested in YouTube marketing, email list building, affiliate marketing, search engine optimization, whatever it might be. Okay, all four in some instances, and tell me the best things in here that fit that. And then you can get AI to break it all down for you. Okay, this is the gold fishing part, and it will break it down for you. And then you can take the ideas and turn it into custom GPTs or something like that. And so you've got something good that you can use. If you're doing affiliate marketing, for example, you can offer it as a bonus. If you're doing services or you're doing products, you could offer that as an extra, or you giveaways for when you're doing these autoresponder systems. Okay. And you know, when you see things like that, who's going to be interested to get 500 prompts? Most people would think I'm not going to do that. That's just going to be a distraction. It's going to be a time suck. I don't need 500 prompts for anything. But if you know how to use that information, then it could be quite good if you're doing the gold fishing. But those people who are getting it, how many of them are likely to become a customer? I would guess on somewhere like Twitter, it's going to be quite low. It's not going to be high. Okay. Anyway, so that's basically the 4 autoresponder system. Okay, so let's have a look at what a sequence looks like. I did one before. They're all prepared. Okay, so I did one actually for the 10,000 video views. I'll share this with you if you want to have a look at it. I'll give you this. I'll give you the link to this document near the end as well. I'll answer questions in a few seconds, mate. Let me just go through this part, then I'll answer some questions. Okay. Look at how short the emails are. It's kind of good. Now, here's the thing about this. If you use just that short email, it might be enough. But if you really want to cement it, if you can make the effort and you can make the time to do a video, then that's going to enhance the strategy more in the minds of the person who's receiving the email. Okay, and that builds up your credibility as well. Okay, so this is just very, very simple stuff, but you can enhance it. You could, for example, put in here, here's a checklist, so you can set things up. That becomes a resource for them and something useful for them. And so you're getting off to a really good start. Okay, proof of results, and we can put in some screenshots, etc. If you run a campaign and giveaway, and you put in whatever your giveaway is going to be, and then your high value offer. Okay, so you can see exactly how it's sort of panned out. Okay, all that was done with the custom GPT that I built for you. Okay, this really easy stuff. Really, really easy stuff, as long as you take the action to do it. Okay, and once you got it set up, it's there forever. And the cool thing as well with those custom GPTs, when you build them, you can tell the custom instruction generator to add in a call to action with so that every time the custom GPT, once you build it, every time it answers a prompt, every time there's an output, it can have your call to action. And the cool thing is, you can go and edit that anytime. Absolutely anytime you can go and do that. Okay, all we need to do in that situation is we can come up here. Let me just find where to start a new chat here. I'm so used to using the mobile phone for this that I'm getting confused when I'm on the desktop. There should be a little button up here to start a new chat within your custom GPT. I'll just take it from the sidebar anyway. Let's open it in a new window. Feels like it's being stubborn. Okay, if we just go up here, then we can edit it anytime. And all you need to do is put in the custom instructions, add a call to action to join my WhatsApp group. I didn't put the link in, that's why there's no GPT there. There's no call to action in the GPT there because I didn't put the link in to join the WhatsApp group. Okay, but you can change that anytime. You can put affiliate offers in there. You can put offers for your services, special deals. You can change it every day, every week, every 10 minutes if you want to. Okay. As long as you're getting people to use it, then of course it's useful. Otherwise, it's not that useful. So you want to get it into hands. And it's one of the easiest and best ways to do it, because you're doing something that's genuinely helpful for people. And at the same time, you're able to get your call to action in there. Okay. Okay. So if you're going to put this together, and I really, really recommend that you do it, because I made it really easy for you with the custom GPT that I'm going to give you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put together some tactics, methods, whatever you want to call it, for targeting buyers. Okay. Now, when I'm talking about targeting buyers, I'm talking about people who are buying internet marketing products, because that's what's specific for me. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do for myself. And you can see how that is done once I've figured it out. There are 2 or 3 ways that I've already discovered to do it, but I'll do that in a separate video, and it will just be a video. It won't be a session. It will just be a recorded video. But I've got 2 strategies actually right now that I could use, 3 that I could use, that I don't see anybody else talking about, or not recently anyway, for one of them. And that can make this really much, much, much better, more important, because if you're targeting buyers and they're buying from other people who are, you know, doing similar things to you, like for me, it's product creation or affiliate marketing, then that can be really valuable. Because if I can show them that, hey, we've got some really good training, we've got some very unique training, we can actually genuinely try to help you and make your internet marketing journey a bit more fun, a bit more real, instead of all the hypey sales page stuff, then you can filter those people, you can nurture those people, and they become customers for quite a long time. Okay. So that's us at the end of this. Now, what we're going to do in the next session, I'm going to show you how we can build mini sites using Brian Dean or backlinko.com style content hubs. Okay. Now, why are we doing mini sites? Because right now, I think there's a massive opportunity. Everybody's kind of veering away from niche sites. A lot of people think they're dead. I don't think they're dead. I think we just need a different approach. And if we're doing specific things, for example, if you're doing exact match domains, and if you are buying expired domains that have got backlinks and you're redirecting them to your mini site, and your mini site's about something very, very specific, then the chances of you getting rankings, because you've got an exact match domain and because you've got some backlinks coming. And there's other things that we can do. I won't go into that right now, because that's another session. That's the next session. But as we get into doing that kind of stuff, these things could be knocked out quite quickly if we have the right tools. Okay. Now, we knocked out the first one. We used only Tube Wizard, I believe, the first one that we did. And I got my assistant to go through the articles and put them through Claude to make them more conversational. Okay. And that's going to take away a little bit from the search engine optimization, because the content's been written with best SEO practices and stuff like that. But I've got a feeling, and I've been thinking this for quite a long time, that if you've got something that is more conversational and you get something that's more engaging, if you've got something that isn't just adhering to, you know, SEO rules, then you're more likely to keep people on your website, get more clicks around different pages and stuff like that. And that's going to help you to rank higher. Okay. In fact, you know, I moved away from sort of traditional SEO years and years ago because of this. And, you know, it does work if you can get the engagement signals that are required and get picked up by Google. And so we can take that content and we can turn it into more conversational, more engaging type of content that people, you know, can relate to better. Otherwise, what happens if you see a blog post, if I see a blog post and I'm looking at it and you can tell it's been written for SEO, okay, I just scan it. I'm not going to read that. But if I see something that's got a story and it's got a strong hook to begin with, and it takes me on a journey, but I still get the information, I'm more likely to spend time on that. So screw the SEO in that situation. But there's times when you need both, okay? And we started to build another tool, and I'll show that on. We're going to do the next session on Tuesday. I need a day's break from doing this because I've got a lot to do tomorrow. But we're going to do another session on Tuesday, and it's going to be about the mini sites. And I'll show you the tool in action when we do that, okay? I always look for more automation. We did the first one using just Tube Wizard, which we were charging just $17 for. I wanted to prove that we can do this with not expensive tools. But always when I'm starting to do stuff and I've got, you know, my virtual assistant doing stuff, I'm aware of the need for, you know, speed and quality work. So what we did, we started to build this tool. It's called Mini Site Content Pilot. And basically, it's going to map out everything for you. That first prompt that we do, okay, you just put in your topic, and it's going to give you the whole amount of sections. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let's just go over to backlink so you understand what this is, because what comes next after that is what's actually really important in my mind, okay? So this is a content hub, Brian Dean style, backlinko. What is it doing? Well, basically, it's going to be building topical authority on this website. He liked this strategy so much, he did another one for SEO. He did another one for content marketing. He might even have more as well. I don't even know if he's got more than 3. I know he's definitely got 3. So basically, this is a homepage of a content hub. And these are sections. And what you will learn in each section and the articles for that section, okay? Another section, what you learn, articles. Another section, what you learn, articles, okay? So he's got 5 or 6 sections. This does the same thing. It's modeled after his, what he's doing here. He's one of the top SEO guys. So he's driving millions and millions and millions of hits, or he was before he joined SEMrush. He sold this website to SEMrush. I don't know how much money, probably millions. And I don't know how involved he still is, but I know that he built these content hubs, okay? And there must have been a good reason for it, because Brian is really, really smart cookie when it comes to this kind of stuff. And he drives traffic anytime he puts out content, massive amounts of traffic, okay? So this is what we're modeling, okay? And we got as well the WordPress templates. Now here's where it gets interesting, because if you're building something like this, okay, you are building topical authority on a particular topic or subtopic. So say, for example, if I go into keyword intent and I put in the keyword Facebook advertising, here's what I would do. I would go into the include keyword. The first thing I would type in here is the word for. So Facebook advertising for. What do we see? E-commerce, real estate, real estate, real estate. You can see real estate, Facebook ads. Seems to be really popular. Okay, now if you've got an exact match domain and it's all about Facebook ads for real estate, chances of you getting rankings because you got it in the title, you got it in the URL, etc., become higher. Okay, it's not guaranteed. It's probably a very, very, very competitive niche. But when you start to build content hubs like this, and plus you're going to be doing blogging as well. You can use Tube Wizard for blogging. Okay, it starts to build out more authority. Okay, it starts to build out more of that topical authority. At the same time, it's structured really well for an SEO structure. And the on-page SEO, it's kind of done for itself because of the way that it's set up. Okay, you've got different categories with these pages. These are pages, not posts, okay? And you've got all the different internal linking happening as well. And also what this tool is going to do, what it does do, is it puts in the contextual links as well as having the structure between the categories and stuff like that, and the pages and the categories and the homepage, etc. This also does contextual links. within the articles, and then it's going to post into WordPress. So what it does is going to map out all of that, what your sections are, what your pages are going to be, okay? And then it's going to do the outlines for the pages, and then it's going to write the articles, okay? It's going to do all of it. Then you can post them into WordPress. You still got a little bit of work to do because you have to put it together in this structure. I can't make the tool do this, okay? Why? Because I cannot make the tool do the URL slugs inside WordPress. I cannot make the tool do that. If I could make the tool do that, then I could automate the whole damn thing, but I can't. So because we have to stick to the URL structure really, really rigidly because it's doing the internal linking part for us, that's how it's doing it. So we feed it the domain. So I might put copyvid.ai, okay? And it's got the URL slugs that it already has determined in the previous prompt. Then it's going to put that together, okay? Domain with the slug, and it's going to do the internal linking when it's writing the articles, which is pretty cool. So having something like this, that means we can knock out that content really fast. Now, when I was doing it with TubeWizard, or when my assistant was doing it with TubeWizard, it still took time. Even though we could automate it, even though that I had identified the videos that I wanted to turn into articles, it still took time. But this takes away all of that part and makes it really, really quick and easy. But here's where it gets really, really interesting for me. Okay, so say, for example, we are doing mini site that is going to be Facebook ads for real estate. Then we could do another mini site, Facebook ads for e-commerce. Then we could do another one, Facebook ads for local businesses. And then another one for, well, local and small businesses. We're going to the same one. Then we could do dentists, dealerships, lawyers, etc., etc., etc. You can build a mini site network really quickly. I mean, really, really, really quickly, if you got a half decent assistant to help you, okay? But you can get someone even on Fiverr.com. You can advertise in Philippines, online jobs boards and stuff like that, and take somebody just 10 hours a week. 10 hours a week, you probably knock out 2 of these in a week, okay? Once they understand what they're doing, you would knock out 2 of them, 2 of these systems in a week, or 2 of these mini sites in a week, okay? And it becomes an asset that you're building out because you're building out that network. What is that network? It's a topical network, okay? It's a topical network where you can saturate with a structure very quickly and very easily, okay? Think about how most people use AI for content. They take the content, they publish it, okay? And that's where it stops for a lot of people, most people. There are some very, very good people that use it just for getting ideas, and then they're using other tools like Jasper or whatever. Those are few and far between. The chances they are going to be in the same niche as you are pretty minimal, because a lot of those guys are doing, you know, client work. They've got customers who are businesses, etc. So they're doing work for them. They're charging a lot of money for it. But for you to be able to go in and do this, and it's quick and easy to do, and you can build networks like these, I just think this is really, really cool. Okay, this is two of my best tools ever in the last month with the viral content pilot, and now this. I'm really excited about this one. I'm still very, very excited about viral content pilot. See where we can take that as far as the traffic strategies that are going to come for that. But every post, imagine you've got every single post has a big call to action, you know, 3 or 4 times throughout. Okay, Brian likes to use a lot of images in here, and when he's doing these, but look, this is not long content. When you're in the content hub, it's deliberately not long. It's just concise, give you the information in and out onto the next article. Now, if you don't have so many images as what he's got here, and you've got big call to actions, you can see how this can work for affiliate marketing, for your services, etc. as well. Okay, and plus you're building that topical network, and it's quite easy and good to build up. Okay, so that's probably all I've got for this session. Okay, I'm going to give you this document, and you can see here we got links to the previous 2 sessions we did. I put a link to my previous training for the 4-part autoresponder sequence. That is from the Rapid Affiliate course. and also a video how to set an autoresponder sequence up in Kira. Okay. And I'll put a link here. If you want to get your friends, if you've got any friends in marketing who you want to tell them about our WhatsApp group, then I would really appreciate that, because I really think we've genuinely got some good stuff to share with people, stuff that they would never come across otherwise. Okay, so be a good friend and invite them in. Okay, and basically I put a link in here as well for the custom GPT that I made for writing these emails. Okay, I'm going to share this with you now. Make sure it's anyone with the link. Copy the link. There we go. All right, so we can take questions now. Dennis, 4 emails in 4 days. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be that quick. I would do the first 2, and I'll probably give it a break in between for a couple of days. Okay, so the next time you pop up, you think, oh, that guy again, and you got something really good for them. Whereas if it's every day, they might start to think, oh, this is getting a bit aggressive, even if you are being helpful. Okay, so I keep looking now, and the camera's there. I would say if you have a couple of days break between the second and the third one, then you pop up again. Then you think, oh, that's interesting. That guy gave me that case study. Okay. Or that lady gave me that case study. And you're giving them something real value on that email, that third email number 3. Then that is a good thing. So that couple of days break is good. And then you could leave it another 2 or 3 days before you do email 4. Okay. There's no rush with this. What you really want to do is you want to filter and nurture. Okay, you want to filter them out. It's really important to filter them out. Get rid of the people who are not going to be good for the sort of email list hygiene, as they call it. They will push down your open rates. They will push down your click rates, etc. So you want to make sure that those people, you get rid of them as quickly as possible, and you focus on the people who are opening your emails and who are clicking and using whatever you're giving them. Okay, so those are your ideal customers, long-term customers as well. Okay, so any email list that you build, even if I'm selling something that in a product launch on, say, JVZoo, for example, and I get you know, X amount of sales, 500 sales, 1,000 sales, whatever, I'm not going to have, even though they're buyers, I'm not going to have all of them that are suitable for the stuff that I'm doing. There's multiple reasons for that. It could be that affiliates missell products, sometimes unintentionally, sometimes intentionally. It could be that somebody's been sold on, it happened to me, this one happened to me before a few times, and I stopped doing launches for a while because of it. I was doing a lot of search engine optimization products, okay? And the affiliates were selling it like money-making products. I even walked away from a launch once because the guy wanted me to put fake earnings screenshots on the sales page. I just stopped talking to him at that point. I refused to answer him because this JV manager gets to walk away looking good, but he's missold the product and left me the problem. The problem being a whole bunch of people with different expectations. If I've got a search engine optimization tool that's doing backlinking, well, there's no guarantee that's going to make them money. They need to be good at copywriting, SEO copywriting, selling, sales page copy, whatever it is that they're monetizing. Okay, so that happens a lot with that kind of audience when you're doing those product launches. So not everybody, even if you're doing a product launch, not everybody's suitable. You've got to filter them down. You've got to nurture the ones that are in the right space for you to be able to nurture them, to be able to genuinely try and help them. Okay, let's see. More questions? Tube Wizard, does it need to be updated occasionally? It's actually on the Chrome store now, Amy. So if you open it up and there's an update available, then it will ask you to update. Okay. We've got it in the Chrome store. We're still having trouble to get one of them accepted. Some technical stuff. with the privacy settings and stuff like that. So sometimes it goes back and forth with the Chrome store, and because they manually check every Chrome extension. Okay, they've got a team of people that manually check, and some of them are quite lenient, others are not. Some things that you just can't, get past. You've got to do some different changes in the code. Let's see what else. Okay, it's using a totally random video in the training. I think Stephanie did the tutorials for that one. When you're using Tube Wizard, okay, so I'm over here, I've got this video. When I open Tube Wizard here, you can see that this matches the video ID here, matches the video ID here. You need to check that, okay? It sometimes still has the old video, the last video that you played. In that situation, just refresh the page, okay? And when you refresh the page, hasn't turned up, what to do is you can turn on the closed captions, okay, and then check again. That's usually what you need to do, okay? But if you find that situation happens, that's what's happened. It's probably picked up on the previous video that you were watching. Okay. Yeah, Boyd has got that answered as well. Okay, Marcus Campbell, Jason, I'm not even going to say that surname, Kawuri, masters at niche sites. And if you need ones to watch, thanks for the tip, Amy. Okay. Yeah, with the virtual commissions, well, it's like I said, if they were recommending that you white label stuff, all those things that you would white label, they will have case studies. Okay, if you white labeled a software or a platform for creating funnels or whatever, there's going to be success stories that you can find on YouTube, even if it's not your own success story. It can work out better like that because you're breaking it down for people. You're being upfront, say like, this is how these guys did it. I get newsletters from people like VidTal. They do a lot with YouTube ads, and there's another one called Funnel of the Week. They're breaking down other people's stuff. I don't think anything less of them. I'm actually quite thankful that somebody sat and broke it all down. They don't know how easy it is for you to break it down using a tool like Tube Wizard. Okay, so as long as it's helpful, genuinely helpful content, and it's fun for you as well, breaking it down when you're breaking it down and putting it together, and it doesn't take long. So, good, a good breakdown of how something worked for somebody makes you look like you know what you're talking about. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Can you share the doc? I thought I just did. I'll put the doc up here. When did you ask that? 10:01. Okay, I'll put the link again just in case. Yeah, this one. There we go. Okay. Any other questions? Nothing coming through. I don't know why on my webinars I don't get many questions. Sometimes if it's a sales webinar, I get a lot of questions, but when it's a training webinar, I don't seem to get many questions, which I find kind of discomforting sometimes because I don't know if people just don't understand what I'm saying or just don't grasp stuff. So, don't be embarrassed to ask a question if you got one while I'm here. Okay, so otherwise, I think we're pretty much done. This is a very, very simple system, and plus you've got the custom GPT to make it even easier for you. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm a good teacher. I hope so. I hope I can get it across. Anyway, if you got any questions, you can ask them in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so I think we can just finish up there, and everybody can get on with their day. And I'm gonna go and do what I need to do. All right. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you. Next one is going to be on Tuesday. I need tomorrow free. I've got a few things to do tomorrow, and then Tuesday, and we'll come back and we'll be looking at this tool. Okay. I'm not doing a hard sell on this. I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, to build these kind of structures, and I'll tell you some strategies that we can use apart from the expired domains and exact match. The exact match domains, etc. I'll share with you a couple extra easy kind of strategies that I use for the keyword intent tool. When we first had this out, we had a lot of traffic, hundreds of thousands of visits, and I only spent about $80 on search engine optimization. Okay, sometimes it's just instinct, but it's an exact match domain, which helps a lot. Okay, and people spend time on the site because it's a keyword tool. Okay, so there's things that we can do with these kinds of sites, no matter what it is. If it's a Facebook site for realtors, then you can put some kind of calculator that you can get made for you by ChatGPT or Claude or one of the AIs. And if you don't know how to compile it, you can find someone on Fiverr to do it for not a lot of money and put it on your website. Okay, little things like that. We can go and experiment with things like that. So we'll get into those kind of details, okay, on Tuesday. And this is getting into the really interesting stuff when we're getting into building mini sites and building mini site networks and topical networks of sites. And then affiliate sites will come after that. And we've got a whole bunch of other stuff coming after that as well. Okay, so we're getting into some really interesting stuff and, you know, pretty unique strategies as well. All right. Boyd, yeah, I will try and make it available on Tuesday, but we haven't even decided on the price of it yet. We need to understand what the maintenance is going to be like for it, that kind of stuff. So if it's not available, don't worry, it'll be sometime probably this week, maybe towards the weekend, but I'll see what we can do. Okay. I just don't know what the price is going to be until we know what the maintenance is going to be like. That's all. All right, guys. Thanks.